Homework 15, Properties of Logarithms, video 5 or 6. I can't remember if I've changed the number on it real quick. We did we showed the rules, we did 2 condensing, we did 1 expanding, no, we did 2 expanding, 1. Yeah, this is video 5. All right. So I've been hinting that there's another property or another rule that's going to allow us to put any log problem in a calculator, and it's called the change of base property. Change of base is typically hyphenated, but it's not necessary. And it goes something like this. As its name implies, it allows you to change the base. Let's say you have any logarithm, log base b of x. You may change the base to any base that you want, and here's how you do it. You set up a ratio of logs, one log on top of another. You change the base to any base that you want. So I'll use c for the new base. The argument of the log on the top is the original argument of the logarithm, but the argument of the log on the bottom is the original base. So it's almost like we're going to take you guys apart and give you your own logs on top of each other, and you can make the base whatever you want. Now, what base do I want? Well, what bases can your calculator handle? Base 10, log, and base e, ln. So, if the base is equal to 10, then this becomes log of x over log of b, both of which can be put in the calculator. But, if you change the base to e, then it becomes the natural log of x over the natural log of b. Now in the homework, they may tell you use log or use ln. So if they ask you to use one, then use it. So how does this look in practice? Well, you'll recall in the previous video, we had a problem that condensed into this log base 2 of 1,125. But what if we want to know what that equals? What if we want to know what power turns 2 into 1,125? Well, using the change of base formula, we can do one of 2 things. We can rewrite log base 2 of 1,125 as a ratio of logs using any base we want, so let's use base 10. And each of these gets their own log. Then you get out a calculator and press the buttons. Now be careful. How you press the buttons depends upon if your calculator is display, meaning it types the problem as you do, or one line like this one that only shows you one answer or one number at a time. If you type it in a display calculator, just type it like this. Log of 1125, be sure to close the parentheses, divided by log of 2. But to use a one-line calculator, here's what you need to know. A calculator like this, when you press log, it takes the log of the number that is already there. So if I want to do this, I have to type the 1125 first, then press log, divided by. For this, I have to press 2 first and then type log, and then press equals to finish it. So to 4 decimal places, I get approximately 10.1357. I highly recommend pausing the video right now. Try to put this in a calculator and see if you get that. Now, we could have also done it using natural logarithms. So we could have evaluated or calculated log base 2 of 1,125 by setting up a ratio of natural logs and putting the 1125 on the top and the 2 on the bottom. Same story about using your calculator. If it's a one-line calculator, you must enter the number before pressing ln. 1125 ln divided by 2 ln equals the exact same answer, but it was supposed to. Now, how do you know this is actually the correct answer? Well, it's the answer to a logarithm. And what's the answer to a logarithm supposed to do? The answer to a logarithm is a power. This is allegedly the power that turns 2 into 1,125. So you can check it by raising 2 to the 10.1357 power. Now, it will not give you exactly 1,125 because you rounded off your answer, but it ought to be pretty close. 2 to the 10.1357 power is, I'll show you the answer that I got. Come around so I can make sure you can see it. When I raise 2 to that decimal power, this is the answer that I got. That's pretty close. pretty close to 1,125. So the change of base property now can allow you to put any logarithm problem in a calculator as long as it has a log or LN button. Some of you may have more sophisticated calculators that can actually allow you to type this. Good for you. But I still want you to know how to use the change of base property. And that wraps up this series of videos. There is one more series of videos, and that will end it. And remember that your final exam is not cumulative. Your final exam will only cover the material on homeworks 13, 14, 15, and 16.